Morning, bitches. I'm Brian F9, and this is how to fuck your local dealer. Step 1, choose a battleground with lots of used biddies. I want to see 1 trade-in to every new motorcycle, or even 2 to 1. Why? Well, used vehicles cannot be applied to the manufacturer financing. The dealership has to buy them cash. So, a healthy gaggle of used bikes is a good sign of a cash-rich enterprise that'll be able to cut more profit to make the sale. Step 2, leave. You'll hear a spoiler offer as you walk. And salesmen are trained to spoil the customer by shouting some ridiculous number while they leave. It's never gonna happen. They just wanna plant that in your head to create a mental block against buying at the dealership next door. So step 3, ignore the spoiler and leave. Then sneak back in near the end of the month. A salesman compete monthly, so they'll powder your donut to make a sale on the 30th. Next, we need to quietly choose our target and stock the inventory to find something that's been sitting more than 180 days. See, the interest on manufacturer financing kicks in at 6 months. Beyond that date, a salesman will negotiate away their own profit margin to avoid bleeding their own cash. This is the one. So now, go stand next to the up-spec version. Aftermarket muffler, flashed ECU, Ohlins. Margins are higher on fully loaded machines, so if this is stickered at 10K, there might be $3 to play for. Never mind that I don't actually want any of this shit. Wow, I want this. Okay, here comes the salesman. Now the first thing he's gonna ask every time is whether I have a trade-in. Say no. I actually have 8 bikes I can trade in, but fuck it. Always say no, I'll explain later. Hey, I love this Italian bike, but it's orange, you know? And all my stuff is red. I think I'm gonna have to get new gear. Dealerships make 1/3 of their profits on soft goods. You know, this is gonna be my first ever motorcycle. Do you guys mind if I bring it back here for oil injections and valve clearings and this kind of thing? They make another 1/3 on service. 10K for a V-twin underhand ram shaft. I mean, I get it, but I might need to finance this fat boy. Never brag about being able to drop cash. Dealerships don't actually want that, since they make their last 1/3 on financiers' finder's fees. By hinting at buying gear, returning for service, and needing a loan, we've completed the titillating trifecta that'll have this salesman begging to bake my potato.
For you, buddy, how about 2,500 off?
It's great. And now is the time to remember your trade-in. Oh, I just recalled that I own a 2009 Suzuki Gladius. That'll trap this dealer between his word and a hard place. On the one hand, he doesn't want to redact his $2,500 offer. On the other hand, he's already used up all of his over allowance. Over allowance is how much a dealer can overspend on your trade while still being profitable on the new sale. But because we negotiated his $2,500 over allowance onto the table, then introduced the trade, he can now only be profitable by giving me ACV, actual cash value, for my Gladius.
Yeah, I can only give you 2,000 for the Gladius.
What? I'm not actually saddiest to hear a low offer. Remember, he's having to walk a fine line between a non-existent over allowance and not wanting to offend. And we can use that lowball to our advantage. It's really less than I was hoping to get. I guess I might have to go with this one after all. It's a more basic model. But 2,500 off MSRP, 2K for my Gladius, I think we have a deal here. That is how you negotiate down the max over allowance on a high margin bike, get it applied to a low margin bike, which makes no business sense, but still seems sensible considering the low ball for my trade-in, which appears low but is actually ACV. At this point, the salesman might tell me to go stuff my cannelloni because it'll be clear by now that I've walked him down the garden path to bankruptcy. But if you don't mind confrontation, you may also get away with a terse signing on a steal of a deal, which is more than fair considering you've negotiated like a bastard. Well, up till now, we've seen this all with a very cool blue lens, but we could also see it in a more human light. As Flying Eyes, our sponsor, knows, both viewpoints can comfortably fit and occupy a motorcyclist's helmet. And click the link below Use the promo code Fortnite for 10% off what I consider to be the best riding glasses around. Of course, not everything is about saving money. Ken, I've heard a few times today from a few people that this is the last mom and pop dealership around. Why do you think that is, and how long have you been here?
Well, we'll have been here 45 years in about another 2.5 months.
Hey,
Yeah.
almost a birthday?
Yeah, exactly. Dad and I and my brother built the shop, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, packed the bricks, mixed the mud, and continued on.
What do you think has been key to you being able to outlast some of the other mom and pops around?
I don't know. Stubborn, I guess, and if you don't upset the customers,
Yeah.
they keep coming back. We've got multi-generation customers now, right? You know, great-granddads and granddads and their kids, and now they're having kids too that come through the door, so yeah. No, you can pop by anytime just for a talk or see what's new and exciting, or you don't have to buy anything. Come by for a social visit. I'm always here.
Yeah. Do your margins get better as the prices go up, or have they gone down over the years?
We've always been kind of steady. The margins on some of the stuff now, the retail margin is shrinking on a bunch of products, right? So, yeah. They've taken some of the points out for the dealers, so. We have done Jawa CZ, Can-Am, Montesa, Moto Guzzi, Kawasaki, Beta, Gas, Sherco, Enfield. And there's some other things in there I'm probably forgetting. You develop the market from zero, basically, and you get quite a few sales, and then they think there should be more, they set up another dealer.
Yeah.
Another year later, they set up another dealer, and the pie is only so big.
Sure.
And eventually the economy turns, and the other guys go away. Or they get to the point where they go, yeah, you gotta have this many bikes. And you go, no, that's too many for me. I'm not gonna sink my boat to float your boat. And yeah, that happened with Polaris, and we just told them, go away. They showed up one day with, 30 ATVs on the back of a truck that I didn't order.
No kidding.
And they said, here they are. And I
30.
go, I didn't order them.
Yeah.
Send them back. Yeah.
So if they want to hit their sales targets, they'll just push it into you and say, "Oh, we want you to take all these bikes and figure out a way to sell them," sort of thing.
Yeah. And then, then it ends up in a price war, and nobody wins, right?
Sure.
Except for the finance company. So.
We talked briefly before about how you keep yourself running, because you said 45 years, half a sick day.
Yeah.
What's the secret?
Ride motorcycles, and I eat garlic every day. But my wife's used to that, I guess.
She's got to lay next to you.
Yeah.
1 clove, 2 cloves.
Oh no, 4 to half a dozen every day. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good though.
Straight off the bulb.
Yeah.
Broil it.
Well,
fry
actually, I've been pickling it.
it. Pickling.
Yep.
Yeah.
In apple cider vinegar. Don't cook it. Just throw it in there. Let it sit for a few months. Get nice and fuzzy in the bottom, and it works good.
That's the way. I'll try it. I don't know how my wife will feel about it, but
no,
it's
good.
It makes
takes
me well.
Takes the bite out of it. And yeah. What I've noticed too over the years, a lot of the dealers don't stock many parts, even for the bikes they sell. Last year there was I've had people coming down from Nanaimo because there were no inner tubes apparently other than my shop. And this year we ordered a whole bunch of tubes again, and now I'm seeing people coming in. Where are you coming from? Oh, Victoria. Why didn't you get it from the dealer in there? They just don't have it in stock. It's almost a shame. It's not like the old bikes.